Hello, I'm David Groninger in Seattle, Washington, and today is Sunday, December 27th, 2015. Just a few more days before the year 2016. Well, each day I ask myself the question, what can I say in a 5-minute message that might help 5 million people? I come up with ideas and I give a talk. I have myself timed for 5 minutes, and I'm going to try not to go over very much on the talk today. Well, some time ago, I have here this article I wrote actually about 10 years ago. It's 30 pages long, and it's called The Farmer and the Gambler. The Farmer and the Gambler. And in this article, I'm just going to summarize it. It's a way of giving some wisdom or some insights based on a little story that's from the Old West. And it's simply this. Imagine like one of these old Western movies, and there's a saloon, and there's music, and there are people playing cards, there are pretty girls serving drinks, typical Western saloon, saloon type of scene. Well, in this scene, you might have a very nicely dressed gambler at the gambling table and playing poker with some of the other people in the town. And, maybe whoever wins the poker game is usually considered a bit of a hero. Maybe he buys drinks for everybody. Maybe he's a little bit richer. Maybe he's a lot richer. Maybe it was a big poker game and he won enough money to last him for a year maybe. Maybe he won somebody's gold mine. Maybe he won somebody's ranch, whatever it is. So here's one picture of the gambler. Now picture the farmer. The farmer is not even in the saloon. He's not even in the exciting place. The farmer on a typical, Friday or Saturday night is at home, getting ready for the next day of work. Or if it's during the daytime, again, he's not in the saloon. He's in the little in the hardware store, buying some tools for his farm. Or he's in the feed store buying feed, and seeds and things like this to help his farming. So in much of the way in this, in the mindset of a gambler, the mindset of a farmer, we don't see the farmer too much. We see the gambler a lot. A gambler is given a lot of attention. Somebody wins a lot of money in the lottery, they get a lot of attention. 100,000 people plod away at their jobs every single day, but maybe they save money. They're building toward, they're saving toward, they're buying their house. They're paying off their home. They're doing something constructive with their lives. Maybe they're going to school. They're doing something to grow something in life, just like a farmer grows crops. People are growing in knowledge. They're growing in friendships. They're growing, in paying off their mortgage. In other words, they're growing in something. However, they're usually not on the front page. The front page is the gambler who wins. The guy that just made, $5 billion in the stock that just went public of the company that he started. Somebody who bought a whole bunch of stock when it was really, really cheap, and then it went up 1,000 times, and now he's very rich, however it might be. So there's a mindset called the farmer mindset and the mindset called the gambler mindset. What's the main difference? The farmer, it takes patience. The farmer has to have knowledge about how to grow things, and the farmer is a long-term thinker. The gambler does not need to have, as much patience. He wants to win that money tonight. He wants to get rich right now. And many of the gamblers who do try to get rich right now lose everything or lose most. And also, they're not necessarily building toward long-term relationships. They don't care if somebody shows up at the gambling table for 1 hour and they never see them again, typically. All they want is maybe to get some money from somebody, and that's it. The farmer, on the other hand, back in the Old West kind of setting, needs to have long-term relationships with the people that he buys his feed for his cows and chickens, from. The people that he sells his chickens and cows to. The people that he sells his crops to. He needs long-term relationships so that, some year, the people don't have the money to pay, so he trusts them that they're going to pay the next year, or things like this. Long-term relationships in the farming mindset, short-term relationships in the gambling mindset. Well, the main difference is that, take for example, a community of 100 farmers compared with a community of 100 gamblers. In the gamblers, there's no new wealth created. No new products or services are created. Money is just traded back and forth. There's not necessarily any new knowledge or wisdom or anything, other than maybe conversation that takes place, or maybe people that realize they've learned their lesson not to gamble anymore. But in the farming community, take 100 farmers, that means I'm supposed to stop very, very soon. In the 100 farmers, if every single year they find ways to grow more efficiently on the land that they have, every single year they find a way they grow, they multiply in their livestock, in their chickens, in their pigs, in their cows and goats and whatever. And 100 farmers trading and exchanging back and forth, doing barter or selling their crops and things. When they take the money that they make and take some of the profit and buy more land to actually grow more food, then take 10 years later from 100 farmers, and they could easily have double, triple, or quadruple the amount of productivity. The gamblers, 10 years down the road, it's the same money going back and forth. So the main difference between the mindset of gambling and the mindset of the farmer is simply this. These mindsets you can apply to any age of time, not just in the Old West, and you can apply them to any activity of life. In the mindset of the farmer, that means going for the long-term relationships, and you're going for win-win relationships. You're going for helping the other guy get better while you're getting better. In the gambler, you don't necessarily want the other guy to get better because you want the better of him. You want to win out. In the gambling, there's a winner and a loser. In the farming community, it's win-win. Both people win in the farming. In the gambler, it's win and lose. In the gambling, it's short-term. In the farming, it's long-term. Gambling overall, although it can be entertaining, it can be fun, and it can be exciting, and it offers a lot of color and interest in old Western movies, and in every part of life, even today. As I mentioned, somebody wins the lottery. Somebody just makes their first movie and becomes a multi-millionaire. Someone their company becomes public and their stock goes up, from $10 to $40, and now they're a billionaire. Things like this. And this takes all of the publicity. But unfortunately, the work ethic, the wisdom of the farming mindset usually is in the back scenes. It doesn't seem to be as exciting. However, if you really look at the quality of your life, the real magic of your life, the real excitement of your life, I think you'll find quite a bit of it in the farming mindset. So build toward long-term relationships in your working life, your personal life. Build toward win-win relationships in every part of your life. And seek the wisdom, the understanding on how to make things grow, and how to every year, have even greater amount of productivity so that all can benefit more. And share your wisdom on how you made your land more profitable with your neighboring farmer, so that your neighboring farmer can also be profitable and the whole community benefits. Everybody gets better. So that's the simplicity of my talk today, the farmer mindset and the gambling mindset. Now, each roles are kind of fun to delve into once in a while. I mean, it's kind of fun to, if you're in a gambling hall, to pull the slot machine and see if you win something. But as a long-term strategy for a person, a community, a country, I invite you to look at the merits of the farming mentality compared with the gambling mentality, and look at how it can be applied in every part of your life. As an exercise, make a list of the kinds of qualities or benefits or values that exist in the farming mindset, and see if these values or insights or principles might add value to your life as you look how you can, maybe include them in any part of your life. So that was my talk today, the farmer and the gambler. This is David Groninger in Seattle, Washington, saying thank you.